Welcome to Building the Best You. I'm your host, Jean Collins, and this is an incredibly special episode for two reasons. The first being, this is the first episode of the show with the rebranded name, Building the Best You. The House of Germar podcast had the first 76 episodes under my business brand of the House of Germar, and those episodes were incredible. In fact, the last episode, I recapped some of my favorite episodes from the first 75 episodes. But today marks a transition for this podcast. Today we are launching under the new brand, Building the Best You. And I decided to change the brand name because I really wanted the name of the show to really talk about what we talk about here on the show. And so this show is really about giving you tools, resources, concepts, ideas, ways that you can proactively become the designer of your own life and build the best you. So as the first episode of Building the Best You, this is also special because it's a completely different format than our normal show. Normally, we record online in the studio, and that will be our normal format next week as well. But this week, I'm bringing you something special. I had the privilege of getting to interview Anne Fontaine at an event at her store in Greenwich, Connecticut. And Anne Fontaine is such an inspiration. I am such a huge fan of her, not just as a person, as an entrepreneur, as a fashion designer, and also as a woman. But I also only wear her clothes when I speak in public and I am filmed. I believe in her brand. I believe in what she stands for. And I also happen to adore her clothes because they fit me really well. So I had the privilege of getting to meet her and getting to interview her at an event that happened at the Greenwich store. So today, the podcast, Building the Best You, first episode out, will be that in-person interview. So it's a different format. It's not the format we're going to continue. Next week, we'll go back to the studio version. But I want you to enjoy my conversation with Anne Fontaine. Have a beautiful day and welcome to Building the Best You. Welcome to Building the Best You, a destination for you to reimagine what is possible in your life and then create it. Thank you all so much for coming. And thank you, Anne, for coming as well, and the drive and the traffic. So before we get started, just so you know why I'm even here. You know who she is and why she's here, because we all love her clothes. But my name is Jean Collins, and I am a huge fan of Anne's clothing. I have a podcast. I'm also a speaker, and I only wear Anne's clothes when I speak in public. And so only. If I'm going to be photographed, I only wear your clothes.
Okay.
Yes. So I only wear her clothes when I get photographed. So I did a TEDx talk earlier this year. I am dressed all in her clothes. So, and I have a passion personally for this brand and for your clothes.
Merci.
Because I wish my French was better. I didn't pay enough attention in high school. Because you have a quote on your website that talks about it's more than just fashion. And fashion is about individuality and it's embodying women. And that is my entire business, is about embodying women to feel their best, to become designers of their own lives. And I am so honored for the chance to get to talk to you because you represent this incredible, iconic brand. So we thought it would be fun to bring everybody into the store, let everyone shop, everyone gets to meet you. And I will ask her just a few questions so that they can learn a little bit more about Anne. And if I could speak in French, you do it in French, but I can't.
I love that idea.
Oh, no, it's beautiful. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, so thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
And
everyone's been shopping.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is so exciting.
They've been shopping, which has been really fun. Okay, so let's talk a couple questions for you.
Tell me.
I don't normally go off of cars, but we're going to for today's purposes. All right. Can you share with us a little bit about how you started to love fashion?
Oh my God. This story started very early in my life. I remember is when my mom bought me a dress for my cousin's wedding. she bought a dress, is very boring, sorry. And I said, oh my God, I cannot wear this dress. And I was 10 years old and I started to cut this dress, make flowers, make a little, how to say, frou-frou. I don't know how to say that. Very feminine because it was so classic, so sad. And I was afraid too because if I show my mom this dress, why is she going to think about it? No. And I keep in secret the dress for the day of the wedding to be sure she cannot change mind to buy something else. And I put myself this dress. I'm very proud of me, but I don't know my mom's going to be proud of me. And I enter out and my mom say, wow, where did this come from, this dress? It's not the dress I bought you. I say, Mom, yes, it's the dress you bought for me. But I make a little modification. So my story started here. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how old were you?
I was 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and after that, I never think I'd make my business in the fashion. I really have a passion for the nature and I want to be a biologist. I make my study in biology.
Oh,
but I didn't finish. And I always say I come to the fashion by love.
oh.
Yes. When I met my husband's just behind of you.
With the dog.
The dog. The kids stay home. And when I met my husband were in her family's in the factories business.
Yeah.
And I think you know about that. And I say, okay, if you want someone for design, I can design it. And this is the beginning of the story. Yeah.
Oh, and it all started with the white shirt.
Exactly.
White shirt. And I personally, that's how I got into Anne Fontaine, was the white shirt. I entered looking for a white shirt and found the perfect white shirt.
Yeah.
And I've never, ever had a perfect white shirt until I came in. And I think a lot of people probably do come for the white shirt. Yeah.
It's a big story too.
Yeah. The white shirt.
Yeah, but if you let me, I can talk all night.
All night about the white shirt.
Ask the second.
I'll ask the second question. Okay. So I want to know a little bit about your design process.
Okay. I'm someone, I love design, sure. And I take a lot of time in details. For me, I needed to close my door and I stay, minimum 1 week. And I try use empty paper, but I never design in empty paper. It's already used in one side. And I just let my mind bring me things, no? And after that, for sure, I create a team. I choose my fabric. I create a lot of my fabrics too. I design all the lace, all the, all the prints. And I really have a passion for also design fabrics.
That's incredible. How long does it take from when it's in your brain till we see it in the store?
It's a minimum 1 year, but some products, baby, take 2-3 years before it's come to the reality. My dreams become a reality.
Right. Is there anything that helps inspire you?
You are my biggest inspirer. So me, it's very important, like you talk about. And I think I take a lot of time for the fitting because I want you to be beautiful. And for me, it's the most important. So when some clients tell me, oh, I always when I wear your clothes, many people give me so many compliments. And I say, no, it's not me, it's you, because you just put your personality out. Now, and this is for me the most beautiful part of my work is to make every woman powerful.
And I love that. Yes. And it's all shapes and sizes. Also,
Exactly.
Not everybody has to look like a model in order to be able to wear the clothes.
Exactly. Everyone say me because I'm tall, and I say, okay, but maybe your clothes don't go to me. I say, no, I don't design for me. I design for you first. And sometimes I need to make it longer for me because I have longer arms. But I never design for me. I design first for every woman.
Which is beautiful. All right. So your materials, are so special. Can you share a little bit about materials? How do you get them? Where do you get them? Inspiration? Anything you can share about your materials, because they're very unique.
Yes, I'm obsessed about quality. I think if you're my client for many years, you know my quality is, I hope you're happy.
Yes. We are.
And I love lace. In all my collection, go to find a lace. And I design my lace too. I love sparkles. Every woman I think I love a sparkle too. And I love the cotton. I love the linen. And I always try to find the know-how in different places. This for me is more important. For example, I work with a Greek factory for my knit sewing coat, because you have the knit for the sweaters. It's different. And for me, I love to go to the factories. For example, you see my colors, you know, you have a colors here. I have a big collection of colors, and I work with an Italian family. And this family is living in the farms on Venice. And they work for the queen and the queens for centuries. So this is a factory work for many centuries. And I love to go there. I love to share the work with them. They kind of them. They are, main de fait. I don't know. Main de fait. Comment on dit main de fait? It's not main de fait. It's on the main de fait. Fair hands. Perfect. Yes. So I always looking for the house in different place to make the most beautiful possible for you.
Oh, well, and you're succeeding, because, I mean, this is stunning, right? Who doesn't want to own this? This is stunning. So I would love to transition that into sustainability and the environment, because you take such care in the vendors that you work with. And I think in the world that we all live in today, many manufacturers do not do that. And I think that's very unique to you. And you also have the Anne Fontaine Foundation. So I would love it if you would share with everybody, so that if they don't know, they do know everything that you do, and your husband as well, for the environment and sustainability.
Yes, I think it's something very important. I start for biology because I have a passion for the nature. And for me, when our company started to be more mature, we thought together with my husband, now you need to do something. Now it's time to create our own foundation. And for sure, it's very difficult in the fashion, because fashion is a very heavy industry. And today they needed to improve themselves too. I always looking for, with my suppliers, to make different ideas, because you cannot do organic materials everywhere. It's very difficult. Today, the quality is not enough. You always now have this kind of balance. Why I decided my give back is to create my foundation. And for that, you help plant trees in many different floors, in Mata Atlantic in Brazil too. For me, it's very important. I think it's a way you need to have to give back. So this is why you decided to.
Which is beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you for doing that. We need more executives to do something similar. All right, we're going to pivot again. I have two more questions, and then we're going to actually talk about some of the clothes. Okay, so you are a mom, you're an entrepreneur, you're a designer, you run an international business. How do you juggle it all? Because many of the women here are moms, and many of them run businesses, and it's hard. How do you do that?
I always tell my friends when you're happy, your kids is happy. Our husband is happy too. And so I think if you do think you are really love, and you think, I think is the most important. You need to, sometimes you cannot have opportunity to do things that you love, but you can find a way to do these things behind on another time, but you need to be passionate. If you don't have a passion, it's very difficult. When you have a passion, you always have a space for everything, because passion moving mountains, moving everything.
It does. And they always say, if you love what you do for work, then it's not work.
For sure, I'm for a design. I don't like to go all the time out, because if and I cannot see my kids. So I make a choice to be mom too. And I love to stay with my kids at home and share with them too. It's a question of balance.
Balance. I love that. That is true. All right. So speaking of your kids, do you always go out of the house looking stunning like this? Really?
Yeah.
I would think in fashion.
I think a woman needed to show her femininity. For me, something very important. I always also go no shoes sometimes in the beach. I can in my farm in Normandy, but I love it when I go out. Now, I think a life is a moment, and you need to enjoy every day. And I have my my brother always say to me, "You in high heels." I say, "Born in high heels." No, sorry, born in high heels.
Yeah.
I say, yes.
Yes.
And I try not to do so high for you because I know everyone's like high, but I love high ones.
So we're going to show some of your new shoes that are high, but they actually, I'm told, are really comfortable.
Yeah, I try to make it comfortable as possible.
Yes, I love that. Thank you. All right. So we want to make this a little fun for a couple of minutes for everybody. So we have two people here that are in your clothes, and I would love to have them come up. I'm going to move myself. I would love them to come up and you can talk about what they're wearing. Is that okay? Sound good? Okay, perfect. But I would love for you to talk about for everybody who
These shoes are
Actually, this is the
high one.
They're very high.
Yes,
They're very comfortable.
You see?
They've been on my feet for 2.5 hours.
Oh my God, you're still on
I'm good.
live?
Yes, they're very comfortable. Wait.
This is one of my high shoes. I have very few of high shoes, but I try to put very comfortable, like you told. I'm very happy you really find comfortable. Don't she have all the panoply? I love that.
So beautiful, Jack. Yeah.
Yes.
Talk about your flowers. This is a signature for you?
Yes, I love flowers. I always have flowers in my home. And this for me is making me happy, make me feel good. When you see flowers, you just breathe, you know. So I want to give this breeze for you too. So I try to make many details with flower, like you have on my belt too. And I love this belt. And I always design with many little details. I don't know, you can see, but you have some strass, I don't know in name in English, some little, how to say, beams. I always mix materials. I try to make the clothes alive. This is for me is very important. And the quality of leather, I think you feel, and c'est le plongé d'agneau. I don't know how you say that in English, but it's a very nice quality of leather.
And I love the zipper detail.
Zipper, exactly.
Zilma has showed me this.
Zilma show you that.
Yeah. So, and then the sleeve, not on this one, but their sleeves will come right out there.
I love the idea you can change the clothes in different ways. And I do the shirt. So when I do something under the shirt, I always want to show the sleeves too. It is why many of my jacket you go to find a zipper, because I feel you can need to show also what is inside. No, here you have also one of my essential blouses, and this is a fit I love. My first fit of this is called nuage, because you feel like in a nuage you're so comfortable. And this is in the mesh, all mesh, and I just keep the collar, the placket, and the cuff in poplina to make very chic.
So we have a camisole on.
Yeah,
but I could wear it without the camisole, just my
Yes. I always have also camisole. I try to have I don't know, I know I have an essential collection too. For me, it's a kind of piece you always need to have in your wardrobe. It's very important.
Yes.
You know, it's a little details that you just play with it and create more opportunity to make more, how to say, mix and match.
Mix and match.
Yes.
Yes. I have the black and white camisole dress to mix and match underneath dresses.
And the pants too, for me, is something important. In a classic pant, I always try to find a little details, like she have here, the little detail, the see-through. I always looking forward to make a little thing more.
So these pants on you, though, would be more cropped.
Exactly.
But on me, they're perfect.
Exactly. So,
I don't have to hem them.
exactly. You don't need to hem them. And also my colors. No, I always love to play something in the colors. When I design a shirt, I always design a color. For example, I have one shirt and I have maybe 20 different colors. And one day I decided to make this color because I really love the idea of the colors. And the collection of the colors started like this. In my first shop in Madison Avenue, I put a kind of wall of colors. And I say for my manager, you don't sell no of that. This is my personal collection. And I have one very, very fancy. And the clients arrive over there. I say, I want to buy this one. She said, no, it's the collection. It's just for decoration. I said, no, my appeal to you, 1,000, 10,000. She said, Anna, I sold it. I said, now you sold my color. Anna needs to do this color now for sale too.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Fabulous. Well, thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you. All right. We have one other outfit for you.
I just sort of threw this on. I had another outfit and it was really cold today. So
Okay. Beautiful. I love it too. So here you have one of my jacket. I love this jacket too, because like you wear now, you have a how do you say this name?
reversible.
Yeah. It's so difficult to say. So I love these ideal ways to find a different way to wear the same clothes. These I have also the long sleeve. My daughter loves, she always picking my wardrobe and say, okay, Mama, I need to go to the party today. And this is part of my new collection. And here I play with many different kind of little flowers with the pearls. I love pearls too. And she have the skirt too in leather. Oh, and I always put the zippers to try to make a little more open, less open, to make the details. And this is the knit I really love. Like my dress too is the same knit, but in the flat. This is a board coat. I don't know what you call this in English, but I love to work with this material because make your body always fitting and nice.
I actually have, you made the top in like a blue, a navy and white for summer and the skirt. And I bought that for the summer. Yes.
Do you know when I like something, I always try to continue the family. Now, sometimes I go to see again, the little store always goes through the collections. This is for me also is a kind of where the lover cannot stop to do it. Merci.
All right. Thank you.
Love it. And we'll do one more outfit. That way she can talk about party. The holidays are
Oh, yeah.
I love this. I actually feel shoeless. This is good. I have to stand up really tall. This is good for posture. So here we go.
I love the tulle. Tulle is represent really France for me. It's a part of our culture too. And he is my favorite top. I put many flowers. This takes so much time to do. If in factories everything is like you cannot do. It's only handmade, and she wear it perfect because this top I have also this skirt, but she can wear it with many different things, like the party like you do today. But you also a black pant or a denim. I love it to wear the things very fancy with denim too. For me, it's very important. And you have my favorite color, the Carolina color. Carolina has become a kind of how do you say in princess. I love this color. It's Swarovski. I did it for many years now, and it's a huge piece.
It's so great. Yes, it's so beautiful. And this, everyone, just so you know, there are little shorts that are under this skirt. So there's like this whole sexy thing going on here for the holidays with this. And these shoes.
You have my princess shoe.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So these shoes, just so everyone knows, I feel like I have to take them off so you all can see these.
Yeah.
These guys.
I call them my Cinderella shoes.
I've been standing in these shoes for almost 4 hours, and they are so comfortable.
Yeah.
These are amazing.
It's so funny because many of people come to say, wow, this is the Cinderella shoes. I say, yes,
they are.
They're
absolutely beautiful, and they're so comfortable, and they are so fun. So thank you, because I'm standing here without my shoes.
So bella.
Thank you. Thank you.
Voilà.
Thank you so much, Anne. Truly, you are a beautiful soul. Your store is beautiful. Your clothing line is beautiful.
My team also is amazing. I love my team.
Yeah, and thank you for coming out here to meet everybody and to see them and to talk and share a little bit. We really appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of Building the Best You. If you are ready to take a deeper dive into transforming your life, check out my Empowerment Fundamentals course on my website, houseofgermar.com. Thank you, and I will see you next week with another inspiring guest.